The Trump administration is legitimately planning for imminent military action against Cuba. So let's go ahead and check out some of the details here. They say in recent days, according to two sources familiar with the situation and another person who was briefed on it, officials at the Pentagon and elsewhere in the US government were quietly given a new directive that came straight from the Trump White House. The message was ramp up your preparations for possible military operations against Cuba. Now, keep in mind the background context here. For over 60 years now, the US has had an embargo on Cuba for the crime of engaging in revolution and ousting the fascist US-backed Batista government and exercising their own sovereignty. So for decades and decades and decades, the US has been economically terrorizing the nation of Cuba. Now, over the last couple of months under the Trump administration, he has ramped that up to a total blockade. And in the meantime, there's fuel shortages, there's food shortages, there's water shortages, total blackouts across the entire country. Hospitals are breaking down. People are literally dying as a result of this strangulation campaign that is explicitly, being conducted in an effort to harm the civilian population of Cuba to try to initiate some sort of an uprising against their government. So that's the background context of what we're talking about. And now he's saying, no, we may do direct military action on top of that. So they continue here. They say it appears that Trump has not made a final decision yet on military action, and negotiations to end Trump's economic bombing of the island's civilian population are ongoing. If Trump doesn't get what he wants, Zateo is told that one option that has been discussed within the Trump administration is for the U.S. military to conduct another abduction operation against some of the Cuban leadership, similar to its kidnapping of Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela earlier this year. So this is what the U.S. empire does, and in some circumstances alongside Israel. If you don't obey us, if you don't bend the knee, if you don't do whatever we say, we will either kill, as was the case with the Ayatollah in Iran, or kidnap, as was the case with Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela, or now apparently with the Cuban leadership in Cuba. We will kill or kidnap your leaders if you do not do what we say. I mean, we are a full-blown imperial terrorist regime.